Hey everyone, this is Khadija Najmi here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a upcycle on my guest room nightstand, so let's go ahead and get started. So we've had this nightstand for over 3 years now. My husband originally bought it from Facebook Marketplace for half the price. Right now it retails for $79 on the IKEA website, and it is the black IKEA hemnes 2-drawer dresser. It still works great, but it definitely have had quite a lot of wear and tear, a lot of scratches and stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and just revamp it up, make it look more aesthetic, and that's what I did in this video. So my nightstand inspiration comes from this Studio Mickey gray nightstand with like these antique looking drawer pulls. And so I'm going to replace these silver drawer pulls with these pretty ones I got from Amazon. These silver ones are not the original ones, if you were wondering. They're actually a black color. So as you can see, the Studio Mickey nightstand has a continuous rectangular shape going on up top. And so to get that shape, I am going to cut this overlap on each side of this nightstand, taking about a little over an inch off using my electric saw. Alright, so now that you have a little bit of idea of what I'm going to do, let's get down to business. Before I pulled off the top piece, I used a pencil to mark the sides where I want the top piece to hit. Then I laid it out on the floor, and using a ruler, I drew a straight line by connecting the pencil marks that I drew earlier. This gave me an idea of how much I need to take off from each side, and also try to make a straight cut, which didn't really turn out exactly how I planned. The right side came out amazing, but on the left side, when I was making my cut, I didn't realize I was going in a slanted direction, and so part of the wood broke off and I made a total mess. I actually share the entire mess up and how I fixed it in my stories on Instagram. They're still in my highlights, so if you don't follow me, you can check out at Lovely Miss Katie. But I feel like this step was like super important because it gives that nice rectangular shape to my nightstand. Alright, so to prep the nightstand for paint, I added caulking to fill in the drawer knob holes so I can hide them, as my new drawer knobs have 2 holes, so this will not work. Then once it was dry, I sanded the paste down and used a combination of a sandpaper and electric sander to sand the rest of the nightstand. After everything was sanded, I used a tack cloth to pick up all the loose dust from the nightstand and went in with a wet rag towel to clean any leftover dirt that might be stuck to the wood. Before I started painting, I did 2 coats of Zinserbin shellac primer. This stuff smells disgusting, so I opened all the windows for ventilation and wore my mask while using this. But this primer works amazing. It actually does what it says. You can use another primer. This is what I had on hand, but I recommend using a primer if you are painting over an already painted surface, especially if the paint is a dark color like this one, because I had this happen to me before where the old paint leaked into my new one, even though I used one of these paint and primer combos. So definitely get you some primer. I let the primer dry overnight, and the next morning I was ready to paint. Alright, so one other reason why I used a primer is because I mixed my own paint, so I wanted to make sure that it sticks properly. Now the reason I did that is because, I don't know about y'all, but in Texas, it never snows, and in the last couple of days, it has been snowing and the roads are blocked, and I'm not going to get into an accident trying to make my way to Home Depot to buy some paint. So I had some gray and white paint laying around. I mixed it up and formed this beautiful light gray paint, and I'm glad I did mix my own paint because I am super picky about the colors, and what better way to be creative than mix your own paint and love your creation. But just look at the color, guys. It is going on beautifully without any issues. The warm white light in my living room is giving a beige hint to this paint, and I am all for it. It is so easy to paint with a roller brush, so definitely recommend using one. Try to squeeze as much paint as you can out of the brush to keep your coats nice and thin, as it really helps with adhesion and dry times. For corners where I wasn't able to get to, I used a trim brush to apply the paint. This is a set of 6 brushes that I got from Amazon for under $13, and I will list this and other products I use in the video in the description box so you guys can check it out. Anyways, I flipped the nightstand and gave some coats to the bottom section as well. 2 coats were more than enough to give a nice, beautiful, even color. I let it dry for the rest of the day, about 4 to 5 hours, and then I reassembled the nightstand and added the drawer pulls. Then I added some finishing touches. I had this rub and buff on hand in the color Antique, and I took some on my finger and rubbed it onto the handle, but I felt it was not enough, so I took the handle off again, which I should have been off in the first place, and went ham with the rub and buff on the whole thing, and it looks so much better like that. Alright guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like these. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.